All right, so we have a bunch of stuff to weigh. We usually weigh it throughout the lab, but I'm going to just do them all at once. So we have the aluminum pan. So you should write that down. Okay. And then we have our sample here. This is a sample of sand, salt, and ammonium chloride. Put that on. So that's the pan with the sample. Set this aside. And then we have the mass of the evaporating dish. The mass of the watch glass. And then the mass of the filter paper. Yep. And that's everything. Okay, now we're going to put the sample on the hot plate. All right, here's our sample on the hot plate. And that white smoke coming off is the ammonium chloride. The hot plate is about 500 degrees Celsius. So we're going to let that sublimate. That's going to take probably about 10 minutes or so. And we're going to watch the whole thing. No, I'm just going to give you an idea what it looks like. And then we'll come back when it is done. We'll know it's done. There's no more smoking. And the ammonium chloride, which is white, can stick to the sides of the pan. And all of that stuff should have also sublimated. And it will just be the salt and sand that's left. All right, while we're waiting for the sample to sublimate, I'm going to take the filter paper, fold it once, oops, fold it twice, and then I'm going to open it up, and this is going to go into our funnel, and I'm going to spray it down with water to hold it steady. All right, with the filter paper in, I put the evaporating dish below, and looks like the sample's almost done. Let's go check. Okay, we can see that there's no more white smoke coming out. There's no white stuff on the sides. It's just salt and sand that are left. I'm going to take it off here and put it onto a wire mesh. Let it cool for a few minutes, and then we'll take it over to the our station. All right, the sample has cooled. I'm going to add 5 mils of water. This is going to dissolve the salt. Stir this around. And unfortunately, the sand is almost white, so it's hard to tell the difference, but certainly with a minute's worth of stirring, the salt's going to dissolve, just leaving behind the sand. So I'm going to do this and then pour it into the filter. All right, now we're going to take our sample, pour it in, and there's, well, I see a lot of sand left. So you just wash it out with as little water as possible, because that's all going to have to evaporate. So the more water you put in there, the longer it'll take to evaporate. You can see that what's going through is the salt water, and what's being left behind is the sand. So we'll let that run for a while. All right, so the water went through, and then I sprayed it down with some more water and washed any remaining salt solution through. And now we want this to dry as quickly as it can in the oven. So what we do is we're going to take the salt water solution. We'll use that later. I'm going to put a beaker here in its place. And then we're going to douse the filter paper with acetone. Just saturate it. It's all going to run through. Make sure it doesn't, if you do this lab, you don't want to let the acetone go into the evaporating dish because that's volatile, that's flammable, and when it goes into over the Bunsen burner, it could catch on fire. So we just want to do this to make sure that this filter paper is going to dry really, really fast.